this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Batman, my favorite character.
Sorry, Randy, Batman this time. Should get a drop of Ray going, Azrael, who dat? Alright, kids, welcome back to another episode of We Are the Night, the Batman podcast. Or Azrael. I am
the only Azrael podcast.
Probably. I am Phil, joining me as always. No, not that Scourge of Men. The other Scourge of Men. It is Justin the Owl.
Swooping back into Gotham.
Not that eater of biscuits. The other eater of biscuits.
That's right.
That's right. We're back to talk Azrael 29 and 30. Speaking of man-eaters, Talia's back. Lily's up to her crap.
Woman after my own heart, that Talia. Although I'd like to know, not to spoil anything that happens in this issue, but every single time that she shows up and talks to some guy and says, "Please help, I'm being attacked by assassins that are, enemies of my father, and they're trying to kill me," and it always turns out that they're secretly agents of Ra's that are there to test the dude. To test his abilities, right?
But
I'm just wondering, has there ever been a story where Talia did that, and then it turned out they were actually after her and trying to kill her, and she was like, "Oh shit."
That would be the story where it actually does happen, and Batman and everyone else doesn't believe her because she cried wolf too often. Yeah, that would be a good one.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see some trifling catch up to these daughters of Ra's. I'm constantly doing this.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if Azrael knew the story at this point of, when she tried to pull this with Batman, and two, I mean, like we say, when Denny writes these issues, half the people are idiots when he writes these stories.
As we'll see.
Yes. And again, I mean, we've seen it since Nightfall too. I mean, Jean Paul's always falls for a pretty face, and
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Oof.
All these heroes have
his weakness.
Oh yeah, more than any of them, I think. Yeah, his kryptonite is
superior puss.
Absolutely. Again, as we'll see in these issues. Yeah, it's so glaringly obvious here.
I'm trying to remember if we even had a story like that where it's just oh no, she's beautiful, or did Ra's make her go into training to be able to seduce any guy? Is that just...
No, probably. I'm sure that
because again, he's always trying to set up arranged marriages and stuff.
Oh yeah,
superior puss.
Yeah, with all of his daughters, he's trying to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not just with Talia. He's constantly trifling around with his daughters.
I mean, that's that's hindsight because they hadn't introduced any other children to his yet. And two, I mean, if we add in everything, she should be like, well, I have this kid from this other guy, but he don't know he was ever born.
Yeah. We won't talk about that,
What's his name? Damien.
Yeah, because he would have been just an infant at this point.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know how the time goes. Yeah, you need to be an infant or small. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
All right, should we get into it?
Yes. Do we have synopses?
So people know. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we got both. I know we got the one. Let me see, because I know the first one's not. We have synopses. They're not too long, so
that's fine.
Yeah.
There's not a lot that really happens here, so yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Not to spoil it or anything, folks, but
exactly.
These two issues are a little bit light.
All right, so the first one is Azrael number 29 from May 1997. Angel Errant Part 1, The Descent. Writer Dennis O'Neil. Penciler Doug Brathwaite.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know if that was his nickname at the time, or someone was just, I don't know, because in this first issue, he credited as Dougie Brathwaite.
Dougie. Yeah, I think it said Dougie in there. Yeah.
So, and again, it's not our usual artist, but again, it's, I mean, not The art's not
That
bad.
was good. Yeah, I was really impressed with. I had forgotten how good this is. Yeah,
I'd love to know how to draw like this. Teach me how to Dougie. Inker James Pascoe, colorist Demetrius Bazukis, and letterer Ken Brzezinnik. And it's not telling me an editor.
Archie.
All right. Jean-Paul Valley is back in Mexico and finds out that Lily appears to be involved with a man named Luck. He addresses his mixed feelings when talking to his friend, Brian. Then it says, as Talia al Ghul is asking Jean-Paul for help, because, she shows up. They suddenly get attacked by a group of ninjas, and while Jean-Paul was knocked out, Talia is kidnapped by them. After waking up again, Azrael follows Talia's trail to a graveyard where he is being opposed by a huge brute named Bimu. And again, it seems like in a lot of these Azrael stories, there's a large gentleman, who either is very
strangely exaggerated personality.
Yes, and maybe not on the brightest side, and speaks in a certain, has their own style of speaking.
Yes, definitely.
All right, so I'm pulling up the issue here. So. Yeah, the first page we see, Lily kissing that Luck, and it's just like, John Paul's like, what?
Yeah.
So, it's already happening, she's already gone from, I guess I'll date you, I guess I need to practice the...
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this guy who has his tongue down my throat, he's going to help us with the Order of St. Dumbass's, funds and...
all the money we got rolling in from their coffers. And she's giving Jean-Paul the stink eye. This is weird. This kind of I remember mentioning that in the previous episode. This kind of personality pivot that suddenly happens with Sister Lily, I find to be very strange.
I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be a pivot or it's just she kept a lot of this hidden from them.
Maybe, but
yeah, I mean, it is weird. But just like she spent her whole life, around Rollo, so
yeah. So maybe she's exhibiting some traits from him. I get it, but. It just seems really sudden. It seems like there was no real lead up to, or no real catalyst that brought about this change. It just kind of suddenly happened.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get you. I mean, I always feel like there's so many ways that so many like times they just like then he like shifts and like takes a turn. Yeah. I was like, whoa, why would we do that? But again, too, maybe it's just like for the first time, Lily's like, you know what? I don't have I have the sword of Rollo or the Order hanging over my head. I can do what I want. So,
and she's got millions of dollars at her disposal because of the funds of the Order at her command now.
It's caught.
Yeah, I thought about that too, but just it's just weird. It seems rather abrupt.
Well, I mean, maybe we blame it on that new fancy boss lady haircut.
Yeah, she had about 10 pounds of hair sliced off.
I know. Now I don't know if it even touches her shoulders. Yeah.
Rocking those pearls. Yeah. Now that they're not in Gotham, they don't have to worry about wearing pearls.
You better not be giving me the stink eye behind them glasses, boy. I know. You're wearing your I know why you wear them sunglasses in the house.
Yeah, and then he has a moment with Brian and.
Oh, but no! Before that, like she asked him, if he completed his mission from, the when from issues 27 to 28. She's like, no. He's like, no. I took Charles back to the asylum.
Oh, right, yeah,
because
they were going to get the abbot. Yeah.
He's like, I decided, he was too dangerous to be free, and she's like, you decided. She's like, I'm the brains, you're the muscle. She's like, muscle does what the brains tell.
Yeah, she's getting all creepy. It's like, wow. I was like, where did this change happen? You know what I mean? It's just, it seems like such a sudden shift.
I know. And then when she says, like, Luck's helping them with the money, he's like, I thought we were dismantling the Order. She's like, yeah, we are. But she's like, but it's very complex. Okay. I don't see any of this getting funneled to charity or anything. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. I'm smelling some Bernie Madoff stuff happening here.
I mean, basically, just put him in a couple accounts and then just like live off the money, and they could just live down there in Mexico, happily ever after.
Right? But, yeah. Why not? Far away from Gotham and all that mess. Why not do it?
And then Brian asks him how it went. He says, "Good. I was able to win a fight without wearing a mask."
Yeah, that was success. More of a success than his interactions with Lily have been.
Mm-hmm. And then, Jean Paul's like, he's like, what's wrong with Lily? And he's like, give him the old power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah, I thought that was weird too, because it's like, she's not that, she hasn't seemed to be that type of person so far.
Mm-hmm.
She hasn't exhibited those personality traits of being that type of, I mean, I get it that she's impressionable, and we have seen clear examples of that throughout the series.
And again, is it like like a Survivor thing where it's like, Geraldo held like all these threats and power over her head her whole life, and so now it's just like, maybe she's just like, yeah, I have to build up a power base because I don't ever need to be back in that situation or threatened by anyone ever again.
Maybe. Do you think that she feels comfortable lashing out at Jean-Paul because, like, she's so comfortable and so familiar with him, whereas she wouldn't possibly do that with this?
Maybe,
this
or like I said,
guy that she was making out with.
She's scared of anyone else. Maybe she's scared of Jean-Paul because physically he could,
Right. He's basically a living weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's been proven to be unpredictable, as we've seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we see them being eavesdropped on by a woman.
Mm-hmm. Who reveals herself.
Mm-hmm. But even Brian says, it seems like Lily is no longer interested in dismantling the order. She seems to be rebuilding it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But Jean-Paul asks Brian, he's like, about, people and, about kissing and stuff. He's like, Lily and luck involved. I'm like, has no one had to talk with this kid? And he's like, I don't know. He's like, but they know it is possible. He's like, I'm sorry to tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But again, I think Talia was very happy to hear this because it's like, I got the perfect bait to dangle in front of him.
Right. Yeah. This is. Yeah. This couldn't have happened at a better moment.
Because he kind of goes for a walk, and Talia shows up.
Appears out of nowhere and.
White outfit, honey. Who are you fooling?
Yeah. Look at the cleavage.
Oh yeah, that's a push-up bra.
She knows what she's doing here. Absolutely. She's just been to the beach.
That's a Lazarus Pit push-up job if I've ever seen one.
Oh yeah, that woman is tanned, moisturized. She is ready to go.
I love. She's like, "Do you remember me?" He's like, "I could never forget you."
Oh my! Woo! Yeah, and then they share a passionate kiss. I thought, wow, this is steamy.
I know. She's like, I've dreamed about you these past months. He's like, you dreamt of me?
Dreamed about me.
Often. Sometimes I must confess naughty dreams.
Jeez.
You know what? It would be so funny if she would have been like, you're the knight, you're the devil for making me want you.
The devil for making me want you.
Oh, I get it. That
should be like the repeating mantra for Jean-Paul. You're the knight herself and the devil for making me want you.
Because she's saying, about love at first sight and
Yeah. Oh my God. We believe that some unions are ordained before first sight. Indeed, from the moment the universe first burst into existence, I was like, oh, Talia, come on now.
The universe ordained your third choice after Batman rejected me and Bane rejected me.
It just took me some extra time to find you, that's all.
It was fated that you would be my third choice.
Yeah.
And I just love, she gives him the big kiss, and then she's like, now do you understand? And he's like, no, but it doesn't seem to matter at all.
Yeah. That's the cue they needed, the assassins, the quote-unquote assassins.
He gets hit from behind, Yeah,
this fight scene is pretty cool. I like this action here. It's great.
Yeah, because they're like, get the woman, and then we get the next page only has like two bubbles because the rest of it's just So he's good. He's doing
thrashing them.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Street clothes, no mask.
Yeah, love it.
Well, again, I mean, I think the conditioning is kind of wearing off. He's in a better way, and two, he's fueled by the thoughts of
superior puss.
Exactly. Yeah, he knows that if he beats up these guys, then
you're not going to take it from me.
Yeah, he's not going to be cockblocked by some ninjas.
That ape DNA's kicking in.
Those monkey glands.
Ah,
You don't want to mess with the monkey glands.
Some glands are kicking in, yeah. And he's like, "Who are they?" She's like, "Enemies of my father." I mean, it's believable because
sure,
Ra's al Ghul's so old. I mean, he got plenty of enemies, but
I know. But are they ever stupid enough to go after his daughter? I don't think so.
I know. I love the show.
Yeah, it's dumb. I've never ever seen it where it was the case. Where she was being pursued by legit assassins. It was always some double agents from the League of Assassins that were faking somebody out. That's always what it was.
Yeah, that's like
never somebody else.
So the first time Batman met Ra's, he faked the kidnapping. Like Batman says later on, when he faked Talia and Dick Grayson's kidnapping.
Yeah. Any other time that I've seen that happen, it's always been fake. They have not been out to kill her. They've been working for her dad. So I want to see a story where it turns out to be legit. Like it's, I don't know, Lady Shiva's people, or I don't know, somebody that's going to spite against Ra's. Is got a legit spite against him and doesn't care about going after his daughter. I want to see a story though that actually turns out to be true. And like we were saying, everybody's like, "Yeah, no, we've seen this before, Talia." And then she actually gets stabbed or something. And they're like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I guess this is legit."
Oh yeah.
Or something happens, something dramatic happens, and we're like, "Oh, okay, no, this is really happening for." This isn't just a test. This is for real.
Yeah, but this one, he's fighting pretty good, and then the one ninja cuts him with his weapon. I guess it must have some poison or something on it. He passes out. But I guess they make sure he says he hears them say, "We go to the Hacienda de Muerte."
Yeah, they conveniently drop a little location for him.
Because I don't know if he completely even passes out. Cause it looks like he's kind of picking himself up as they're running away with Talia.
Yeah, probably the system is like getting some adrenaline glands or something to counteract whatever toxin it is.
Well, and again, too, they might not give him too strong a dose because...
right. They don't want him to pass out.
Yeah, they don't want to lose him completely now.
Yeah.
So he runs
the costume on.
Yeah, runs to the house, puts the costume on, and Lily's like, "Oh, Jean Paul, which to speak of?" He's like, "Not now."
Yeah. I don't have time for your crap.
So he calls Oracle. He calls Oracle, and then he asks her about Hacienda de Muerte, and she says, "Oh yeah, that's easy. High school Spanish, mansion or house or mansion of death." And yeah, she looks it up. She's like, "Oh yeah, it's right near where you're calling from. It was a spooky married couple, actually named Muerte, and they had a pet. Blah blah blah." Legend was they were a couple 100 years old when they checked out, and that are pointy-eared. So yeah, I was trying to remember if it was maybe like there might have been a Batman story, but I'm thinking it was Silver Age. Maybe it was a Denny.
Yeah, I wondered that too. Yeah, because it seems like a location from another story.
Because I think around that time, they did do some supernatural ones. There's no notes in the synopsis. So, but yeah, that sounds like something Silver Agey.
Totally.
Denny would have wrote. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I love you. Jean Paul, can you put me in touch with him? She goes, negative. He's out of the country and very, very incommunicado.
Yeah.
So he says
he's busy.
Yeah. So he says, when you can, tell him Talia was here. She's kidnapped, and I've gone after her. And she's like, got it. He'll know what that means. I'm like, how do you not know what that means? Talia was here. She got kidnapped. I'm going after her. Well, how do you not know what that means?
Yeah.
Then Lily's all, "You were speaking to that Oracle woman?" "Yes, I have a task for you." "Not now."
Not now.
He throws that mask on.
Yeah. And
then Brian walks in after Jean Paul leaves. He says, "Lily, he disobeyed me, which may be the healthiest thing he's done in months, but I wish he hadn't put on that suit. That may have been unhealthy."
Yeah.
So yeah, he jumps in the Jeep or whatever and takes off. Oh, and there's Batman.
There's a little Batman cameo. We do have to have one in every issue.
So Oracle calls him, lets him know, and she goes, "You know what that means?" He's like, "Yes, it means that young idiot is playing out of his league. You've got to stop him." "You sure he said Talia?" She's like, "Yeah." And she said, but meanwhile she can't call him back. The signal's being blocked or whatever. Then Alfred's like, "Trouble? Trouble, Master Bruce." It's like, "Big trouble. History is repeating itself. If Oracle can't stop him, Azrael might not survive to see the dawn."
Yeah.
"That young fool will never survive. I barely got out of that."
Superior puss.
Yeah. Unscathed.
I love the girl. Had to fight her dad half naked in the desert.
Yeah. Oh, man, he still has PTSD from that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get my favorite part of the issue, which is this whole sequence of events where Azrael goes to investigate the house at night. And I love this, the combination of the Doug Brathwaite's artwork and the colors, and it's so great.
Oh, yeah, that panel right there. Yeah.
It's tremendous.
It's like the lightning behind him. I love he's like, his mentor would scan the surrounding area, consider options and possibilities, learn as much as he could before acting. But that's not Azrael.
No, that's not Azrael. He's going to burst right in the front door.
He just charges in, and you can see when the system takes over because the eyes look like they're like flaming. Yeah.
Yeah, bursts into flame. And then these dudes in skeleton masks attack him, which doesn't go well. And again, Demetrius Basoukas, the boss, knocking it right out of the park. There's a couple of parts here where the flame actually looks like fire.
Oh,
like it looks like Yeah, like it looks like a photograph of fire. And I was like, wow, for 1997, like, that's impressive. I'll always sing his praises on this show.
Yeah.
He's the secret weapon of the series. Always. Yeah.
I mean, even though we have like a different penciler for these, I mean, I don't think I've had a complaint about this art this whole series. No,
and this whole fight sequence is the best.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Most of that page, there's no dialogue. There's no dialogue on like the next 2 pages.
Yeah, I almost wish this guy, Doug Brathwaite, had gone on to do more, because I think it was only this for these 2 issues, right? Or maybe
I think so. Yeah, no, I think it's these 2. Yeah, because
I kind of wish he had stuck around longer, because I really love his rendition of Azrael. I think it's great.
So yeah, we get that whole fight scene. That's so then Azrael gets past. And then we've been teasing it the whole issue. But yes, he gets the Talia, and yes, there's Bimu.
Yeah, but right before that, there's that great panel of him walking down the tunnel with just the silhouette of it.
Yes. Yeah,
I love that. It kind of reminds me of Moon Knight, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, I was going to say Batman. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
I love it so much. Yeah, and then we get the big dude that we mentioned before. The obligatory giant, weird, eccentric brute. Yeah.
What I thought I'd do here is I thought I'd maybe tear you into bitty pieces, and when I'm all done, I thought it'd be nice to stomp on the remains. So.
Yeah, and in the next issue, like, there's some bit of dialogue that talks about his voice, like, having, like, a high-pitched, like, almost a squeal. I was like, what's he supposed to sound like, Jerry Lewis or something? I was like, oh, God, Denny, what are you doing with these weird giant brute characters? That's...
Hey, lady, I kidnapped you, lady.
Hey, lady, I'm going to stomp your guts out.
I'm going to kill them. I'm going to kill that new boyfriend, lady.
Oh, it's so weird.
I know. But again, that's Denny. He always does those weird twists, and
the dude's got the big giant top hat too.
I know.
Oh, you'd think we were in Gotham again.
And I love just that last page, like Talia, like at his knees. She's like, his name is Bimu. I'm like, no shit. We've only been saying that every other page.
They've only said it about 12 times.
If that doesn't scream trap, pages. Nothing does. I'm like,
yeah, Angel Errant.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's our cliffhanger ending for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yes, Bimu kids.
Bimu. Yeah. Don't mess with him or his top hat.
Oh my. All right. So. Yeah, thoughts on this, or should we get to the next one?
Well, I really love the artwork from Doug Brathwaite. He's just so talented. This is some truly tremendous artwork. And it helps, too, that we have the same inker, James Pascoe, that's been since the beginning, I think, right?
I think so.
I think he started out with Barry Kitson from the beginning, so,
I think so.
There's a nice continuity of the artwork there, too. It's nice. But again, I still have complaints about Sister Lily's sudden change in personality, and I don't understand it. I wish that it had been drawn out a little bit longer, or that there had been some type of catalytic moment that set it into motion.
Mm-hmm.
That would make it more logical.
And maybe we should call shout out Demetrius for another thing too. A lot of colorists don't do, which I don't know if it's under orders or not. But you're saying Talia looks like she's tan. No, maybe he just remembered her father is supposed to be like Middle Eastern.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, true. That's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they get drawn as looking like they just stepped out of Transylvania or something.
Exactly.
Romania.
No, they're white, just like Jesus.
Yeah.
3 things I know. Roz and Talia are white, Jesus is white, and Santa is white. That's all I know. The only colored man I follow is Donald Trump. All right, ready for part 2?
I'm ready for part 2. Angel Errant.
Yes. Oh, jeez.
Nice cover, yeah.
That looks kind of creepy, though. Yes.
But look, her skin tone has changed on the cover.
I know.
Yeah, what are they doing?
I know.
You keep it consistent.
That's a Barry Kitson cover, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he stuck around, did some covers for a while, didn't he? Yeah.
But that cover just looks like Roz just like, yes, touch my daughter there, yes.
Yes. Look at me with my Doctor Strange-looking raiment.
Azrael, number 30, June 1997, Angel Errant, Part 2, The Descent. Wasn't Part 1 The Descent? Part 2 of The Descent of Angel Errant, The Descent. Same creative team. Part 2, going even deeper.
This time is personal.
The Descent Part 2. He's teetering on that chair, I know it. The Descent Part 2.
Yeah, I got that last night. Somebody was trying to sneak it in.
The Descent Part 2.
We were busy boning. Spread it.
All right, and just for you, my friend. Yes, The Descent Part 2.
Is that a sentient tongue?
Gave up to me.
I'm like the Joker kids. I tried to kill them with laughter. Oh my.
Oh, that's good.
The kidnapping of Talia al Ghul was a ruse by her father, Ra's al Ghul, under the heading of no crap. Ra's is still looking for someone to marry his daughter, and obviously Azrael is a potential candidate. But Ra's al Ghul analyzes a blood sample of Azrael and finds out that his DNA shows traces of animal genes. This makes Azrael unfit as his son-in-law, and he orders to kill him instead. But as often before, Talia does not agree with her father's views, and she helps Azrael to escape. And then after returning home, Azrael wants to reconcile with Lily, but she's not interested in him anymore. As the DC universe turns.
Like sands through the hourglass. These are the days of our lives.
Oh my. Alright, so yes. It begins with we're still Bimu.
Yeah, big dude.
Basically, so given the same rant he gave on the last page of the last issue, so yes, no time has passed at all.
Yeah.
So they fight.
Engage in a bit of a fight, which is great. I like the fight.
Azrael punches him in the face and goes, ow.
Ow.
Fooled you. Yeah, he picks him up.
Womping and stomping.
Picks up Azrael and throws him. Folks expect me to be dumber in a post, but I ain't. Not when it comes to womping and stomping.
Womping and stomping.
But I love, he throws Azrael, but Azrael just leaps off the wall and comes back.
He uses the momentum to leap back at him and take him out.
Smacks him into the wall.
He's the one that got womped and stomped, it turns out.
Double kicked him into the wall, yeah.
Yeah. You can almost see the little Tweety birds spinning around his head after that. As he falls flat over on his face.
And that's right, yeah, because Azrael says, way out to Talia. She says, no, I mean, yes, but we must wait. And he's like, what? And then he passes out again. Oh, yeah, I forgot. She does. No, the poison comes from her, because she does explain this time. Yeah, she poisoned him both times with that ring. Because we see her actually grab his arm this time.
Yeah.
Then Roz from the shadows, tend to him, daughter.
Yeah, tend to him, daughter. And then after that, we get our obligatory Batman cameo. As I said, we have to have at least one per issue.
Yes. Well, again, if nothing else, to explain the whole, Roz tried to do this whole thing to me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, in this story, it makes sense that he shows up.
But it's so weird, like, Alfred asked for an explanation, because, when Batman's, like, history's repeating itself, and Alfred kind of asked for an explanation. I'm like, weren't you around when...
yeah, Alfred knew that.
And
she's been... that should be ancient history for Alfred.
And she's been after that bat dong for years. I mean, you know the history.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alfred's like, you think he's attempting to repeat that? He's like, yeah, I think it's likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, Alfred's like, surely Azrael will be equal to whatever demanded of him. And Batman's like, Alfred, if I had gone against Roz when I was as young and green as Azrael, I would not have survived. Frankly, I don't think the kid has a chance. And there isn't a thing we can do to help him.
Yeah.
He is gonna get eaten alive by that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Good and wet.
He's not gonna know when to hit him.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
And Talia, my father seeks a mate for me. He feels you might qualify, but always he must test an ally's prowess.
I don't know whether to be excited or horny or both.
Only 2 others have ever pleased my father. And then she refers to the other 2, the brute,
Bane,
and the other, the first. Yeah.
Magnificent. She called the first one was magnificent.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've only heard compliments like that one other time.
Batman, my favorite character.
Magnificent.
Magnificent.
Well, I don't know, Lilith. He might not be a pillow princess after all.
No, my.
He said he was magnificent. He put some work into something somewhere.
He might have brought his A game that day.
Maybe. Yeah.
But I love when John Paul's like, why didn't you marry him, Mr. Magnificent? He is the sworn enemy of my father, and it is to my father that I...
It's complicated.
Loyalty. I know. I'm like, really? I'm like, wasn't Azrael during Nightfall and Night Quest like studying those computer files? It didn't pop up once. Oh yeah, Ra's al Ghul is an enemy of the Batman.
And his daughter.
Yeah,
his daughter who seduced Batman and all this other stuff. Yeah, you'd think that would be like major highlighted files in the Batcave, right? Like, read this.
Like it. Well, I mean, I said it before. I guess he got stuck on those C files, the Catwoman files.
That's it, Catwoman. Yep. He did not make it to past C.
I mean, he didn't make it past C. I mean, yeah. Every night I was reading them Catwoman files.
I wonder if my wrist is ready for
that. Oh, so I'm sorry. I missed some of the comments here. Okay. Bats. Hello, Noel. They're white, just like Trump thinks this country should be.
Oh, God.
And I love it. And then Noel says, I said the comment before Phil mentioned it. Well, I hope your family was impressed, Noel, because that's the only ones that heard you.
Whoops.
Oh, let's see. I mentioned the T word there. There was Noel Tate.
Oh, yeah. We love you, Noel.
So yeah, then Jean Paul says something like, "Oh, I know what it's like to feel like you're indebted to your father. At least I thought I was."
Sort of, I guess.
And then he's like, "Why is your father so intent on marrying you off? He is intent on having a grandson." Which, again, in hindsight, but too, it's also like, I mean, I know they didn't put it in continuity yet, but it's like, oh, well, Damien should be born now.
Yeah, and plus the whole obsessing over getting the grandson is creepy. I don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, there are there are dictators and stuff like, they want their lineage to continue.
I know, but he's immortal. Like the dude's.
Yeah, but I think he has always said though that Lazarus Pit ain't gonna be able to revive him forever. So,
Yeah.
well, that's the thing. I think that's why he was after Batman originally. He's like, I want a guy who can marry my daughter and take over the organization.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But and
But the whole grandson thing is, I find it creepy.
I know. I think that's the whole Ra's plan. I think he wants to find a guy for Talia to marry her because he's old world. Marry Talia, have a son, and then once the son's old enough, he can kill the father if he wants.
All right.
To take over the organization.
Yeah. Give him some of that old time religion.
He's intent on having a grandson. I'm not sure of the reason for this. There's much he chooses not to share with me. Then he asks her about the kiss. He's like, "Was that fake?" And she's like, "You are very nice." And he kisses her again. You are very nice.
You are very nice.
Thanks, I guess. You too. Nice. I mean, really, really nice. He calls her really, really nice.
Yeah, really, really nice.
You don't make fun of me like that cat woman.
Or Lily.
Yeah, you're not mean like
Lily's mean to me, and Catwoman makes fun of me. You're nice. I like you.
But she does say, "You are not experienced in kissing, are you?" He's like, "I was raised to be an assassin."
Can you tell? Yeah. It's probably all tongue and teeth.
I was supposed to father a child by some woman he was supposed to do the father route. I was supposed to father a child with some woman I would never meet. When that woman gave birth, she was to be killed. So you're right. I'm not exactly Bromy. I'm not even fully human. Sorry.
Yeah, and here we go. Like, so he says this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, shouldn't this have just put a stop to everything right then and there?
Well,
shouldn't Natalia have been like, wait, hold a minute, wait, you're not like fully human? Like, all right, okay, my dad's not going to be happy about this. Like, I know my dad.
Yeah, but
I know he's going to have a problem with this. Like, oops.
I wonder if she thought.
I
wonder if she thought. I mean, he didn't come out and say animal. Do you think maybe she thought it was more along the lines of a Captain America? I got super soldier serum or something. I'm not. I'm more
like the system.
Yeah, I'm not
human.
I'm a fighting machine. I'm a murder machine. I'm not exactly human. Yeah, unless it was along those lines.
I don't know. I just thought it would have thrown up a red flag to Talia to be like, oh, well, wait a minute. Like, maybe we should do this blood test, like, right now.
Well, and remember the creepy part, too. She said, it's basically up to her father, not her, so.
I know. Oh, God, it's so weird.
I mean,
that's
still
gets to decide who. Yeah.
I mean, that still happens in parts of the real world. I mean, arranged marriages and stuff, and
yeah.
But he says, "What happened to my arm?" And she says, "While you were unconscious, you were given healing injections, and some serum was removed."
Oh.
She removed that serum.
Oh.
You know what he blonde himbos Justin has removed serum from?
More than I can count.
Oh man, he went to the Ra's al Ghul massage parlor. Jesus. Because he even says, "Can I expect to receive a bill?"
Yeah. Yes, and a very costly one as well.
Oh my. Yeah, she's like, "Are you upset a little?" I love when he says, "Look, we're supposed to marry. What do we do? Settle down in the suburb, have kids, join the country club and the PTA?" And Roz walks in. "No, you do not. You stand by my side and together we save the world." Yeah, sure.
Rule the world together. That sounds like a lot of work. I don't want to.
Then back to Batman, who's saying, "Yeah, he still can't get through the Azrael because he's like, yeah, whatever they're using to kill the signal is stronger than anything they sell at Radio Shack."
Yeah, you think?
But of course, as always, when Azrael has having a problem, Batman's like, "I can't waste any more effort on this. There's too much to do in Gotham."
Yeah, pretty much. He checks in like every 5 or 10 minutes, maybe. Yeah.
It seems like there's a giant gang war or something every time. Every inmate's escaped Arkham. Anytime Azrael has a problem that could use Batman's help.
Yeah, it's so funny.
He's like, "The police bands are wall-to-wall chaos. Gotham is going to hell, Alfred. The third time since Tuesday, isn't it?"
Yeah, right. It's just another regular week.
Or how about, hey, Nightwing, or hey, Robin, keep an eye on Gotham while I go help Azrael.
Yeah.
Because I can understand him not wanting to send the others against Ra's, but it's like, hey,
Exactly.
Can someone watch Gotham while I go pull that idiot's butt out of the fire? Yes!
Tim can do it at this point. Tim can handle the city by himself.
I mean, at this point, I think we have Tim Drake as Robin. We got Nightwing. We got Huntress.
Huntress, yeah.
Yes.
Huntress by herself could have handled that city for a weekend while Batman took off to deal with this.
We have the JLA.
Yeah, and with the outsiders around and the Teen Titans, like there's groups that can come in and deal with it. Like, yeah, come on, Batman. He's got this ego thing where he feels like he's the only one that can protect Gotham.
I just always wondered if it was a very dark thing where he didn't want to go help Azrael, or he's just like, there's this stupid idiot running around out there who knows my secrets. Who was basically Batman for a while. He knows all my secrets. The old, I don't kill, but if he accidentally gets himself off,
Yeah.
no skin off
There's
my nose.
One less person that knows his secret. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Right. Or maybe he thinks, maybe he's cautiously optimistic that Jean-Paul will be resourceful enough to come to the same realizations that Bruce did.
Well, Alfred even says, he's like, Alfred's like, you're worried he's not going to survive, and Batman's like, I'm more worried that he is. I'm worried that Roz and Talia are going to turn him to their side.
And even talks about like how Jean-Paul has the potential to be even as good or better than he is.
Well, yeah, he says if he ever gets his head screwed on properly, he'll be more formidable than anyone alive. And Alfred's like, present company accepted. He's like, no.
Yeah, that's pretty big for him to admit something like that.
And again, between if he had to face Azrael and Roz at the same time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I love that last panel of that page, and we know how persuasive Roz and Talia can be, especially Talia. Yes, especially her.
And we know why. Yeah. Superior puss.
I was gonna say she has those old world techniques. Yeah.
Superior puss.
Superior puss.
So, and then here's the other thing. I mean, we go back to Azrael and Talia, and she goes, "Well, you accept my father's offer if he tenders it." He says, "I don't know you're bad guys, at least that's what I've been told, but your father's ideas sound good to me." And he's like, "Look, I was ready to be a part of an organization. I ended up destroying it, but I haven't found anything else." And she's like, "The detective," meaning Batman, and he's like,
"The detective." Yeah.
He goes, "He doesn't trust me. I'm not sure he even likes me." I love. She's like, "I'm very sure he likes me, but please continue."
Yeah,
I'm
very sure he likes me and the superior puss.
Oh yeah, I know it's in that. I know it's under that utility belt.
Yeah.
Before he sword fought my father, man, I polished his. Yeah. He goes, "I guess I don't know right from wrong. Maybe I never did. Maybe I don't care. If you want me." And she goes, "What I want is of no consequence of what my father wishes." I love, he's like, "Oh, you really know how to make a guy feel good? Well, to hell with it, with everything. Let your father ask me." She goes, "Will you accept?" He goes, "Yes." So he's ready. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'll do it." And then Roz shows up and it says, "I have news." And Azrael's about it. He's like, "I'm your man." And he says, "That is not precisely correct. If you are anything to me, you are my house pet."
Yeah, this is bonkers right here.
I know. "I tested your blood. It contains animal genes. My grandson must be genetically perfect. You are not satisfactory."
Why wouldn't you have done that first?
Yeah. I mean,
why wouldn't you have done that first?
Before you make the offer?
Yeah.
Or
why wouldn't you have done that first?
Or it's like, in the first issue when they stage that whole kidnapping and she knocks him out with the poison or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Take a blood sample then.
Take a blood sample, leave. And then, if the results are what you want, come back and say, "Hey, I'm here to make you an offer." If not, just be like, "No, piss off, kid." No,
Right. Or they could have done it the first encounter that they had with him.
I'm sure there's easy enough ways to get the blood sample without him even knowing or, knowing who did it.
When there were guests in the
yes!
hideout the first time, it would have been a matter of seconds for them to take a blood sample while he was asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then just have that being like, "Oh, okay, remember this dude?" Yeah, I don't.
So yeah, but Talia seems upset, but then Roz basically orders Bimu to just take out the trash. So we get Azrael fighting Roz's men.
Yeah.
So it looks like he knocks them all down, but then Roz is like, "Your skills are excellent. I commend you. Guess this means the wedding's off."
Yep, you could say that.
"I am sorry, not as sorry as will be if you don't get out of my way." Oh,
he's getting nasty with him. Yeah.
Oh man, he got a sniff of that superior puss, man. He's ready to go. He's ready to go full on with Ra's al Ghul.
Plus he's got like blue balls from hell.
Uh-huh.
This is he's like a racehorse that's stomping at there's a mare on the other side of the door, and he's ready to stomp the friggin' door down.
Between the system and those blue balls, he's ready to throw down.
Yeah, yes. Unfortunately, he does this to Roz, which...
Well, Roz knocks him out with one punch.
Yeah. Well, he just backhands him into oblivion.
Gives him the old Guy Gardner. Yeah, he's just like...
Yeah.
He's
if
like,
it had been anybody else like that might have been something. But
because he says, "I've been recently to the pit. I am strong."
Yeah. But even if he hadn't been to the pit, like, that man knows a bunch of stuff.
Oh yeah, he's hundreds of years old. He knows every known, probably some forgotten martial arts. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not worried at all about the fight between those two.
Then he says, "You may do with him as you will, Bimu." That's real fine news. Father, is this necessary? And he's like, giving the animal to Bimu?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically he's saying, it's often wise to give servants what they think they want. Keeps them in thrall.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, then Bimu, you chinned that real good, boy, before the fun starts.
Yeah.
And then, Lily's like, telling Azrael she wants to say farewell, so she gives him a kiss. And then she's like, say nothing. Not a word.
Yeah.
Not until you're about to step into the abyss, so... Yeah, instead of just trying to shoot him or something, Bimu's like, I don't know, because they're loading up the Lazarus pit. He's like, the boss uses it for some kind of medicine, but he ain't like you and me. You and me will burn the hide off and melt the bones. Take a while, but it'll happen.
Yeah.
And he's like, it'll hurt you. I'll be laughing.
Particularly nasty way to go.
But then he puts his mask on him. He's like, here, let's put your hat on. We want you to be cool.
Again, they're not very smart. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they he's chained up. They throw him in the pit, and then the caption box says he has about a minute before the acid penetrates his costume. He has to free himself, and then it's like Talia slid something into his mouth, and I guess a key to the chains. And then, what's he doing? Squirming, get ready to scream his head off.
Yeah, it's gonna be painful.
But then he comes shooting out of that pit, and the chain. He has that chain. He just starts beating guys with that chain.
Yeah. Which I'm not going to lie, if I were in that position, I'd probably do that too.
Oh, yeah. And then I think two of them open fire. He picks up a tombstone for a shield and whips it at him. Then he sees Bimu. So he's like, you want me to beg? I'll beg. And
I love that. He turns into a real weakling.
Then he knocks Bimu into the pit, and he's like, please help, please.
Yeah, please help.
So he hauls him out.
Yeah.
So then we see as he returns to Mexico, and then there's Lily still making out with Luke. Then she's like, you're back. You don't look well, because his arm's in a sling. He's like, nothing serious. A little acid burn.
Yeah, nothing big.
And all she basically says is, your friend Brian has had medical training. He will tend you. Luck and I are going to Paris. And basically just walks away.
Just takes off and leaves him there.
And that last panel, man, just him standing there looking all depressed. He's Just the description. He's like, slowly the earth darkens and a cold wind sweeps in from somewhere beyond the horizon. He is left alone with his blistered and tormented flesh and the memory of a kiss, the bitter, bitter memory.
Yeah, you got to play the piano music.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Slowly the earth darkens and a cold wind sweeps in from somewhere beyond the horizon. He is left alone with his blistered and tormented flesh and the memory of a kiss, the bitter. Bitter memory. Join us tomorrow for another episode of As the DC Universe Turns.
As the system turns.
Oh!
Oh my god, so funny.
As the superior puss turns.
Oh man.
But yeah, so
he has to have a female to focus on who's not crazy, or who's not trying to manipulate him, or who's not part of some other grander scheme or purpose. Like, he needs a normal girlfriend.
Besides Brian, he really has nobody at all, period. Forget woman.
I know. Yeah. That poor guy's in Mexico with practically no one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean the order's gone. I mean, he should just go back to go back to college, something.
Yeah.
Burn the suit, go back to college. I mean, again, isn't that why he wanted to give up being Azrael? And then isn't that why he reactivated the whole thing? Because Rollo was trying to kill them. It's like,
right.
Well, Rollo's gone. The order's pretty much gone. Just go live a life.
Yeah.
But that's all he's gonna do, kids. Wait till next time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I was gonna say, is it I couldn't remember who the artist was next time. Yeah, we get Roger Robinson next time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought that
Yeah.
Doug Brathwaite was only for a couple of issues, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, I'm kind of bummed about because I really, really enjoy his
Oh, yeah.
art for Azrael a lot. I think it's tremendously good. And I feel like didn't he come back later? Did he do... I feel like he
I
came...
can't remember. He might have.
Or maybe he did one of the annuals
He might have, yeah.
or something. I feel like he did more Azrael besides these two issues. I
can't
really love his
remember.
artwork. I think he's so good.
Oh, yeah, like I said, he's great. But that Roger Robinson is so good. His style
Yes.
almost reminds me of Barry Kitson a little bit.
Yeah. He was an ideal.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that
replacement
was an
for the-
accident. I think they were like,
No,
who
yeah.
can we get that's as close to Barry Kitson as possible?
Yes, absolutely.
So yes, kids, not a happy tale this time.
No, not at all. And again, like, why wouldn't they test his blood first? I don't understand the logic. That's okay. It
Yes.
made for a dramatic story, so there we go.
And then, like I said, starting next issue, he kind of leaves, and Azrael kind of leaves, and we don't see, like, Mexico or Brian and Lily for a while, but when he does return, things have not gone well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yes, desperate with no place to go, where does he go?
Batman, my favorite character.
Mhm.
So you're desperate when you go to Batman.
Yeah.
I love Batman.
Into the Dark Knight, all to do with Batman.
All right, so yeah, what'd you think of these, Justin?
Yeah, I really enjoyed mostly the artwork.
Oh, yeah.
The artwork was the standout. The story, I thought, it's okay. I mean, I like Ra's al Ghul's stories for the most part, and Talia's stories for the most part, but again, I just don't understand why they wouldn't have tested his blood first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, even after that, they could have been like, well, he can still work for me.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
He's obviously talented and he's powerful. Like, he can be a member of the League of Assassins.
Or Roz has, doesn't seem to have any problem with, like, pimping out his daughter. Shouldn't he just be like, yeah, just don't knock her up, kid?
Oh. I don't think he trusts Jean-Paul with that kind of
And too,
control.
he is kind of
Yeah.
old world too. I think he's like, yeah, if you hit it once, yeah, you're getting married, yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the gooch.
Oh man. Out of the pouch.
Out of the pouch. Boing.
What you don't think he trusts that horny young virgin not to impregnate his daughter?
The hard master.
Yeah, he doesn't want Jean-Paul Valley to be doing the pull and pray method with his
Whoa!
Exciting times to be a pimp.
Ray plays games, kids. You can watch him play with himself every episode on YouTube.
Sometimes with both hands.
Me and Lilith were talking. We're like, he's brilliant. Now he gets all this free. As long as he goes along with the Ray's always playing with himself on that show, he gets free publicity like almost every episode here.
Yeah, it's great.
He should have been the Hard Masters something or other.
The hard master.
Yeah.
The Hard Master whips out his deck or something.
The hard master.
All right. Anything else on these issues?
No, I think we covered them all well, and I'm looking forward to the next story.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think Batman says to Azrael to check out this small town because there's been reports of a vampire.
Yeah, it's a good story.
Damn it! If only that had been this month.
Yeah.
All right. Pull up the schedule here because I know next time for the Azrael in a month we'll do Azrael 31 through 33. But next episode you will hear. Yes. Okay. So yes, Oh man, we are ahead. Yeah, this is the one yes, this episode is the end of November. So yes, first week of December, kids. You'll hear Lilith and I are going to review Batman Resurrections, the new novel out. I'm hoping to contact the author and get an interview. But yeah, it's like a sequel to 89 Batman.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, I'm not done with it yet, but it's pretty good from what I've read so far.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's like the aftermath of the Joker's death, and it seems like we're bringing in Clayface and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, very neat.
Mm-hmm. And then, yes, since it'll be December, then the episode after that, we'll do Batman the Animated Series episode, Holiday Nights.
Ooh.
And then...
just in time for the holidays.
Yeah, then we'll do some Christmas issues like Batman 285 and 309, and Batman 596 through 598. And then, like I said, next episode will be the last episode of the year, Azrael 31 through 33, so...
Oh, nice.
Yes.
To ring in the new year with Azrael and your pals Phil and Justin.
Yes. All right, so send us your thoughts on all of those, kids. And again, more to come. And Ray, if you have any Batman requests, send them in. All right, kids, so hold on. There, wait.
There we go.
I need it bigger. Be a little hellfire. I need it bigger. All right, kids. So send us your thoughts. Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your brand new Capes and Lunatics merch, your classic Capes and Lunatics merch. And as always, you can always check out, get exclusive uncensored content on Patreon. Lilith and I try to give you something different every month. You can, and again, if you are a Patreon subscriber like Justin down there, you
like me,
can request topics. So yes, please, we're always looking for topics. Yes, we have a couple ideas we're kicking around, but yes, we always want those requests. So send them in, subscribe and send them in. And you can subscribe at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics, and you can find everything at tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. It's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
More vicious and brutal than ever.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the stripper pole. Oh yeah, yeah. Watch, kids. You see Talia on that stripper pole. It's gonna be a trap.
She looks like she was just working a stripper pole down at Divas. Oh, that's naughty.
All right, now for this Justin the Owl. Again, you can hear him here at least once a month on Weird at Night. Sometimes he drops by for other episodes. You can hear him over on Capes and Lunatics every week with me on Marvel Tales, where we talk all kinds of Marvel stories, and at least once a month, and that's going to be going up more frequently in 2025. X-Men Classics,
yes,
where we focus on all things X books, not the social media.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll see him floating all over Capes and Lunatics. Again, you'll get a random Energon universe every so often.
Random Energon, random Electric Mullet.
Yes.
Guest appearance.
Fucking Superman, yes.
Random appearance on We Are the Night, talking about something other than Azrael.
So you think he would be too busy to do anything else, but that is not so, kids. You can catch him other places as well, so... Tell them
these lovely shows. Yes. Gamma Charge. Every month you can catch me and Russell talking about the Incredible Hulk and the sensational She-Hulk. We also have a Patreon where we're covering one of DC's versions of the Hulk called Damage for certain paying tiers of our lovely Patreon members. You can get that once a month. And over on Predator and Prey, I join the High Priest of Khonshu, the aforementioned Hardmaster himself, and Sparky, and we go through the classic Dark Horse comics featuring Fox's Predator. And last but not least, the Lost Library of Legends. I am gearing up on my solo show to do a multiple-part spotlight on an Ultraverse title from the 90s, and I am so excited.
We're going back to the 90s here, bitch.
Yeah.
Very excited.
All winter long.
Oh, very excited, kids.
Yeah.
There's some dicks waving around in here.
That's right. I love the Malibu Ultraverse. I will sing its praises all day and night. And I've been waiting on my solo show to find the right time to do one of those titles, and the time is now.
Oh my! I need to read more of that. I hardly read any of that Malibu stuff.
Oh yeah, there's some of it. There's some great stuff out for that.
I love it.
That's right. In fact, I think I said that about an Ultraverse comic book. I remember right.
That's right, kids. Stay tuned for more Justin drops because the annual Drunken Unboxing video should be coming
up in another month.
Oh, yes. I cannot wait.
Yeah, it's going to happen.
Oh, that's where we got a lot of these drops, kids.
One way to the biscuit town.
Yeah.
Double biscuits, please. I'm going to eat this up with a fork and spoon.
That was about an Ultraverse title as well.
Oh, my.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Let me grab a handful of this.
You ever think you'll lose your enthusiasm for this stuff, Justin?
I don't think so.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen.
It's me, your old pal, the Owl.
All right, kids. Thank you for joining us.
Join us next time.
Yes. Again, we'll be back next week. Cover Batman Resurrections. And yes, next Azrael will be the last episode. The last We Are the Night of the Year.
Yeah.
So,
exciting times on We Are the Night.
That's right. Well, let me look that up again. I was going to say, yeah, it's pretty... Oh, it drops on New Year's Eve. Yeah, kids. Yeah, you can
nice.
Go to your party, put it on, you and the whole party can listen to it.
That's right.
You want
Join
some,
us.
want some shout-outs, send them in.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Remember, come back. Join us. Same Azrael time.
Same Azrael channel.
We Are the Night.
The
Azrael.
And Azrael.
The Blue Ball Boy podcast.